everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get this makeup look. Now I've never done a makeup look quite like this on my channel and I was inspired by Hannah Renee's most recent video. I will leave it linked down below if you haven't seen it. But she used the NYX Ultimate Eye Palette and created a really similar look to this, except it was slightly more dramatic, and I really wanted to recreate it for you guys because we've never really done a look quite like this. I really like how it kind of extends at the end though. I really like how it turned out overall. So if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off with the Nivea Express Hydration Primer, and I absolutely love this because it really does tend to keep me moisturized throughout the whole day. So as you can see, I'm just applying this all over my face just to give my skin that extra bit of moisture that it needs at this time of year, because sometimes my skin can get quite dry. And then next to foundation, I'm using the Infallible Total Cover Foundation by L'Oreal, and this is in the shade 10 Porcelain. The reason why I'm using this foundation is because I wanted this to be quite a full coverage glam makeup look, and this foundation is definitely full coverage. So what I'm going to be doing is blending it in with a brush, because I find this is the best way to get kind of even coverage. And then later on, I'm going to be bouncing it into my skin with my Real Techniques complexion sponge just to get that flawless finish, because I find if you don't go over with the sponge, it can look a little bit cakey just because it is quite a thick consistency. But yeah, this is the best way I find to blend it out, and I absolutely love how it looks. Once it is blended out, it definitely does give a flawless looking finish. Next, I'm going in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. You can see mine is well loved because all of the packaging is slowly like wearing off, but I absolutely love this concealer. I use it in the shade 1 Fair, so I'm just applying this in the usual places and then blending it in with my sponge. Again, I like to use my sponge damp so that it absorbs any excess product so it doesn't look cakey on the skin. But yeah, I definitely do love this concealer. I think it works so well for my skin tone and also gives a really nice coverage as well. Then next, I'm just going ahead and setting my under eyes and the rest of my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I forgot to film a clip of it, but I am using that powder and I love this powder. It's really good for every day and setting your makeup. It just does what it says on the tin basically and does a really good job at keeping me matte throughout the day. So next, I'm warming up my face with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade 22 Sun Bronze. Now I really like this bronzer. I feel like it works really well when I'm pale and also when I'm tan. So I'm just using this Eco Tools brush, which I absolutely love, and just warming up my face with this, first starting with the cheeks and then moving on to the forehead, and also taking it down the sides of my nose and down the sides of my neck just to kind of slim them down a little bit and blend the colour of my face to my neck colour a little bit more. I'm then using the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and I absolutely love this palette so much. I think this is the shade Warm Neutrals, but I leave it down below for you guys. And I'm taking this kind of brownie transition shade and basically just applying this into my crease just to kind of help the other colours that I apply on top to blend a little bit nicer. And yeah, it just makes it a little bit more seamless as well. Next, I'm just taking a mixture of these two shades here. They're kind of like nice burnt orange and reddy shades, so I'm just applying those into the crease. I'm using the same brush for this because I do want this to be still quite blended out, because I am going to be going in with darker colours, but you can just leave it here if you wanted to, if you didn't want to go too intense. But I really love these colours mixed together. They are so pretty. And then next, I'm taking that burgundy shade and working it into the crease. I've taken a slightly more tapered brush just to kind of keep it lower in the crease. I don't want this colour to be as blown out and as blended out as the last two shades that I applied. And then next, because the edge was looking super messy, I just got a little bit of concealer and kind of cleaned up the edge to kind of more of like a wing, and then just bounced that in with my complexion sponge just to blend out the edge. Then for the lower lash line, I'm just taking that transition colour again and applying it on the lower lash line. And then next I'm going in with those slightly too darker shades, the burnt orange and the burnt red, and applying those also onto my lower lash line. I really love these shades on the lower lash line. They really do tend to make my green eyes pop as well, because they do have that little bit of purple in them as well. I'm just taking that first shade and helping to blend those colours all together as well. So next I'm taking this kind of shimmery shade in the palette, and I'm going to be using this as my highlighter today. So I'm just highlighting my brow bone, my inner corner, and also applying this onto my cheeks. I didn't want any shimmer on the actual eye, which is why I decided to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone a little bit more than I usually would. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Mascara. This is just my everyday mascara. Really love how it looks. I'm not applying a huge amount because I am going to be going in with false lashes. I do feel like this look does need a pair of false lashes. I'm using the Eylure 157 texture lashes and also just applying these onto my eye. I did skip out the footage of this because I'm so bad at filming it. But what I'm doing here is taking a little bit of black eyeshadow and just joining up the corner of the lash to the corner of my eye, just because there was a bit of a gap there, and I tried to make it look as natural as possible. And then just taking that burgundy shade to really deepen up the lower lash line, and also applying a little coat of mascara just to finish off, because I feel like this brings the whole makeup look together. So moving on to lips, I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Spice. I absolutely love this lip liner. It works really well as a nude shade for me. So obviously just lining my lips as I usually would. And then next I'm using the Lottie London Slay All Day Liquid Lipstick. I'm not too sure of the shade actually. I will leave it down below for you guys just to make sure I get the right one, because I do have a few of these, but I absolutely love these. These are so creamy and blendable, and they last a really long amount of time on the lips, so I really would recommend going and picking some of these up if you haven't already. I also did want to finish with a gloss because I haven't done many gloss looks in a while, so I took the Tanya Burr gloss. I'm not too sure of the shade, so again I will leave it down below for you guys, but I absolutely love this gloss. It's such a nice nudie shade, and I think really finished off the makeup look really nicely. And then this is obviously the final look. I really hope you guys like how it turned out. I absolutely love the finished makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Please go and give it a huge thumbs up if you did. It really would mean the world. And go and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!